Coffee, Country, and Cody is on WSM.
I told you they were coming. The younger generation of the Bellamy Brothers, Jesse and Noah, were here earlier in the week. Welcome. That's a proud father right there. That's David. That's Howard. He's the uncle in this outfit. 650 AM WSM. Everybody got to have a crazy uncle, they say, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, catch us up, people. I was just sitting here thinking, you know, people have been starved. Artists have been starved in that they haven't been able to play and tour and do, you know, create that magic that is live performance, fellas. And now, those people who are starved for the music who come to see you get the big payoff. You're actually out on the road 2021, and you got to stop for us here in Middle Tennessee, at least in Nashville, close to home, Winchester, Tennessee, Franklin County High School, April the 10th. And onfireconcerts.com for tickets and information, by the way. The Bellamy Brothers are back out on the road. How does it feel to hear that?
Oh, good. Real good.
Real good. We're getting best here, Bill.
We're tired of farming.
You know, guys, I went to a live show last night, and I feel like we're turning the corner. Do you feel that way? Like this is, you know, turning the corner on it all and getting back out there for good?
You know, we've actually snuck a few shows in during this stuff, you know, and some states that, you know, have different rules. It's amazing how different it is everywhere you go.
Yeah.
But but you feel like you're doing something wrong. You know, it's like, you know, you're committing a sin or a crime or something because you're doing the show. And the audience don't even know how to act anymore. It's like, you know, they're all looking at each other. So, you know, it's going to take a while before it gets back to whatever normal was.
Yeah, we played a date last week in Cody, Texas, and that was the most normal, I think, date that we've done in a while. Everybody was up.
You in Texas, aren't you, Bill?
Yeah, well, I came here from San Antonio. Absolutely. Worked in San Antonio, lived in a little town called, I lived in both welfare and comfort in Texas. And you find somebody's got a better geographic story than that, huh? I went from welfare to comfort in Texas on I-10. So where is in Texas where you got the black eye there, David?
Oh, well,
I did that work here on the ranch.
I tell everybody I won a big bar fight. Actually, I just had a little mower with me.
Oh, okay. All right.
What was Bill? What was the cigarette commercial from our childhood that had that
Tarleton?
same eye? That's what Tarleton. Rather fight than switch, right? Was that it, or something like that?
Help your age.
So when we had Jesse and Noah on the other day, David, you know, you guys have combined ranching and farming with your musical career since the very beginning. And your ranch goes back how far in the Bellamy family?
150 years.
This year.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that. That's very, very special.
Yeah.
But Jesse and Noah did not see themselves combining a career in ranching and music. They headed for Nashville as soon as they became of age, it sounds like.
They're honest about it. They're not really great farm hands. You know,
that's an understatement. You know, my life's goal is to see them with a pair of hoe diggers in their hand.
Yeah.
But your father, who was Howard, he was the senior, correct, Howard? You're the junior?
Yes. And it's Homer. Actually,
Homer Howard.
My first name is Homer, and he was Homer.
And was he the one, did you go to vet school at the University of Florida?
Well, I went to pieces of it, yeah. Yeah, I got sidetracked.
So what kind of things were going on in Gainesville that weren't going on down there in Darby or the San Antonio community in Florida that distracted you?
Yeah, well, you know, that's where Tom Petty came from in those days. He was in a band called Mud Crutch. Big music scene was going on in Gainesville.
And we used to play them old frat parties up there.
Yeah,
we actually made a living playing frat parties for like Animal House for a couple of years up there.
That's how I got sidetracked.
They used to pay you in beer. So.
Oh, wow. Did you guys know Tom back in the day?
Yeah, we met him, we met him, and, you know, we didn't hang out with him a lot, but we knew him, yeah.
Tom was actually the bass player in Mudcrush. He wasn't really even the front man. He was the bass player in that band. Way back when.
I'm also intrigued that apparently you've not been paid cash or they didn't write you checks for gigs you played, but you've been paid in plaques for places that you have played. In the background, there's your backdrop in the office this morning. Is that right?
Intentionally,
Yeah, you know, this is the old office in our mom's old house. And all the awards we used to win, we'd always bring them home and give them to our mom. Because she loved them. You know, so after she passed away, we just left them. They're all just hanging. Everything, we still, the plaques, anything we get, we still bring it home and put it in the office. So it's kind of a tradition.
How sweet is that? What was your mom's name?
Francis.
Francis, that's right.
Francis and Homer.
Well, that's as earthy as it gets right there, right?
Yeah.
Well, tell us about your friendship with John Anderson. We're going to feature this duet, No Country for Old Men, coming up here in just a moment on Coffee Country. And Cody, again, the Bellamy Brothers with us. The 2021 tour, closest to Nashville they're going to be is April 10th, so it's coming soon. It's a month away, actually. Franklin County High School, that's in Winchester. That's Donna Shore's hometown, you know.
Oh, wow.
OnFireConcerts.com. OnFireConcerts.com.
Yeah, we did the
Donna
dinosaur show.
show. We've done that too.
Oh, wow.
That's how long these guys have been around.
We did dinosaur show.
I think if you say it, Dinosaur Show.
Tongue twister.
So, again, John Anderson set this up for us, this duet.
Well, John, you know, he's just the best. You know, he's the best singer. He's the best guy. We love him to death. So
And we hung out a lot with him.
we have, and when I had this song, when I first wrote it, you know, I could actually just hear. We've been on the road with him and Blake and Trace, and, you know, Lauren Elena was with us and doing that whole tour. And when I first wrote this song, I could just hear John singing. So we called him up, and sure enough, he obliged us. And
here it is for the world to hear and see. This is Circle Television. This is Coffee Country and Cody, 650 AM WSM and WSMonline.com.
They told him to just fade away. His time had passed, and all his kind would die. But he remembers when Hank played the opera, high as a kite, while Patsy Cline was out walking after midnight. When he saw the torch being passed from Lefty to Merle. Now they're so-called successors, but it's hard to find a hero in this world. There ain't no country music for old men. All of the good ones that died were just packed in. Now there's posers and losers who would be outlaws who only know how to pretend. But there ain't no country music for old men. He was sitting on a bar stool the first time he heard Jolene, a song by the prettiest stranger he'd ever seen. Back when Nashville was swinging and making the deals, while old Buck was out strolling the streets of Bakersfield. There ain't no country music for old men. All of the good ones that died, we just packed it in. Now the posers and losers and would-be outlaws who only know how to pretend. But there ain't no country music for old men. Loretta and Conway, Jones and Terry Whiting. Songs about Christmas and That's as good as it's ever gonna get. They call him nostalgic with a permanent case of the blues. He just walks around wondering who's gonna fill their shoes. Looking back on the great ones we've lost, he says, why so soon? He shed an ocean of tears on the graves of Cody and June. There ain't no country music for old men. All of the good ones who died are just packing in. Now there's posers and losers and would-be outlaws who only know how to pretend. But there ain't no country music for old men. There ain't no country music for old men.
With the help of John Anderson, our guest, the Bellamy Brothers, on their way to Middle Tennessee. Listen up now. Franklin County High School, just kind of like Johnny Mac Brown. Lester Moran and the Cadillac Cowboys may open this show, playing the high school auditorium there. Franklin County, Winchester, Tennessee, April 10th is a month away. OnFireConcerts.com for information. All right, in the minute we have left, the last gig you played has a great backstory. You were in Omaha, and what happened?
We were, Blake and John and Trace and Laura, and all of us were there. Everybody was backstage, and they had already set up. Everybody was, I think they were fixing to open the doors, and that's when they shut everything,
Closed it down.
closed everything. We were actually on the way to Denver the next day, and was that the last 4 shows they cut?
Yeah, last tour didn't happen. Everybody just ended up on our bus somehow. We just all, what happened? We all had a theory of what was going on. No, none of us were right.
Everybody was just coming and, okay, I'll see you somewhere.
And then, like that, you woke up and you were in Nashville on Coffee, Country, and Cody a year later. Look forward to seeing you April 10th, guys. Thanks for coming on.
All right,
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you, guys.